I would start by saying that we need to work together. The private sector is and will continue to focus on creating job opportunities, promote social inclusion and economic development. This means increase greener, bluer jobs, a just transition with the requisite training to transition into these new jobs. However, we need to work in partnership with our social partners and the government to ensure we have good data, information, and legal frameworks. At Coparmex in Mexico and also in Latin America, we are working in a model which is called the Inclusive Development Model. This means that the economic development is needed, but not sufficient. It has to go in hand with social development and sustainable development. Of course, this inclusive development model calls for rule of law, ethics and integrity, peace and justice, democracy, freedom. But we're also working on viewing companies as a vehicle of change so that we can work on these multi-poverty categories so that we can work within the companies to have a better countries. But what do employers need as with policies and regulation? Well, we need at the national level to establish effective and efficient public policies, services, and governance. We also need to create an enabling environment for businesses that foster entrepreneurship, which is very important, job creation, economic development, sustainable development, trade, and market openness. We also pursue comprehensive and innovative strategies to understand informality and to promote the transition to the formal economy. Also, we need to increase efforts to untap the potential of digitalization for all. At the international level, we need to enhance international solidarity and multilateralism. Yesterday, the IOE launched a playbook with the Konrad Adenauer and the United Nations DCO on creating synergies between UN resident coordinators and employers for sustainable impact. We know if we want advance on the SDGs and particularly SDG 8 decent work with the requisite policy frameworks, we need our partners to understand our needs, trust us, and work together from the idea to implementation. I will give some examples of what we're doing in Mexico in the next minutes. Thank you. One example on what a company can do for creating these decent jobs is there's an agency in Mexico, Coneval, that says that workers, employees that left the formal education in order to get into the job, they will not get formal education, but in 3 generations. So it will not be them or their children, but their grandchildren. So what we are doing is inviting companies to invest in giving the time and tools so that employees can complete their formal education. Meanwhile, they're working for the companies so that we can close that gap in just 1 generation. This is an example we are doing now in Mexico with tremendous success, because if they complete formal education, they will have the training for better jobs, for decent jobs. So this is how companies can put this effort in creating these better jobs, these decent jobs.